What's up everyone and welcome to the channel. Today, we're taking a trip back in time over 4,500 years to ancient Egypt. We are going to uncover some of the most mind-blowing secrets of one of the world's most famous landmarks, the Pyramids of Giza. You think you know them? Trust me, there's so much more to this story. Let's start with the big one, the Great Pyramid of Giza. This thing is an absolute giant. Imagine this, for nearly 4,000 years, from the time it was completed until the Lincoln Cathedral was built in England in the 1300s, the Great Pyramid was the tallest man-made structure the entire planet. Let that sink in. For almost millennia, nothing built by human hands was taller. Now, how did they build this colossal monument? This is where it gets really crazy. The Great Pyramid is made up of an estimated 2.3 million stone blocks, and these aren't just little pebbles. The average block weighs about 2.5 tons. That's like 2.5 cars. But some of the granite blocks found higher up in the King's Chamber weigh up to 80 tons, and they lifted them hundreds of feet in the air. How? We'll get into the theories a bit later, because it's a mystery that still baffles experts today. Think about the precision involved. These ancient engineers, without the help of GPS or modern technology, aligned the Great Pyramid almost perfectly with the four cardinal directions: north, south, east, and west. The accuracy is astonishing, off by just a tiny fraction of a degree. It's more precise than many modern buildings. This level of planning and execution shows a mastery of astronomy and mathematics that is just staggering for its time. Now, let's bust a huge myth. We've all seen the movies showing armies of slaves being whipped while they drag massive stones under the scorching sun. Well, the historical and archaeological evidence tells a very different story. The pyramids were not built by slaves. They were built by a dedicated workforce of skilled Egyptian laborers. Archaeologists have discovered entire cities near the pyramids where these workers lived. They had homes, bakeries, and even medical facilities. They were paid for their labor, often with food, beer, and other goods. They were respected for their craft, and many were buried in tombs near the sacred pyramids they helped create. So it was a national project, something the people took pride in, not an act of forced labor. Imagine what the pyramids looked like when they were first built. What we see today is the rough, tiered core structure. But originally, they were covered in a layer of smooth, highly polished white Tura limestone. This casing would have been gleaming, almost glowing, under the Egyptian sun. It said they would have shone so brightly that you could see them from miles away, like a beacon in the desert. The capstone at the very top might have even been gilded with gold or electrum, a mix of gold and silver. It must have been an absolutely breathtaking sight, a true symbol of the pharaoh's divine power. Sadly, over the centuries, earthquakes loosened these casing stones, and they were later removed to build other structures in nearby Cairo. So, we have these massive, perfectly aligned, shiny structures. But what were they for? Simply put, they were tombs. They were grand, eternal resting places for the pharaohs. The ancient Egyptians believed in a vibrant afterlife, and the pyramid was designed to be a resurrection machine. It was a safe house for the pharaoh's body and soul, protecting him on his journey to the next world. It was packed with everything he would need: treasures, furniture, food, and even boats. The pyramid's shape itself is significant. Some believe it represents the primeval mound from which the Egyptians believed life began, while others think it's a ramp to the heavens, helping the pharaoh's soul ascend to the stars. But here's where the real mystery deepens. Inside these vast stone mountains are networks of chambers, passages, and shafts that we are still trying to understand. The Great Pyramid has three main known chambers: the subterranean chamber deep underground, the Queen's Chamber, and the King's Chamber at the top. But there are also these strange, narrow shafts leading out from the King's and Queen's chambers. For a long time, people thought they were for ventilation, but they don't lead to the outside. They seem to point towards specific constellations, like Orion and Sirius, which were very important in Egyptian mythology. Were they spiritual pathways for the pharaoh's soul? And the exploration isn't over. Modern technology is giving us a new look inside. Using cosmic ray radiography, which is as cool as it sounds, scientists have been able to scan the pyramid without drilling a single hole. In 2017, this technique revealed a massive, previously unknown void, a huge empty space at least 30 meters long, located above the Grand Gallery. What is it? Is it another chamber filled with treasure? Is it a structural feature to relieve weight? We don't know yet. The mystery of the pyramids is still unfolding right before our eyes. This brings us back to the biggest question of all. How did they do it? How did they quarry, transport, and lift millions of tons of stone with such precision? There are so many theories. The most common one involves building massive ramps. But what kind of ramp? A long, straight ramp would have to be over a mile long to reach the top. Maybe a spiral ramp that corkscrewed around the pyramid as it was built? Or maybe an internal ramp system, which would fit with the discovery of that new void. Other theories are a bit more out there, involving everything from water locks to advanced ancient machinery. The truth is, no one is 100% sure. The Egyptians left behind detailed records of their daily life, their religious beliefs, and their history, but they never wrote down a manual on how to build a pyramid. Maybe the secret was too sacred to share, or maybe the method was just so common to them that they didn't think it was worth recording. The Pyramids of Giza are more than just old piles of rock. They are a testament to human ingenuity, ambition, and our desire to create something that lasts forever. They represent a civilization that was incredibly advanced in engineering, project management, and astronomy. Every block of stone tells a story of collaboration, skill, and belief. Even after 4,500 years, they still hold their secrets close, challenging us, inspiring us, and reminding us that there is always something new to discover about our own history. What do you think the big void is, or how do you think they were built? Let me know your theories down in the comments below. It's been awesome exploring this with you. If you enjoyed this journey back in time, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more adventures into the past, and ring that bell so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.